Right now, every cell in your body is dying and being replaced. Your skin regenerates every 27 days. Your red blood cells are swapped every 120 days. Your liver replaces itself every 300 to 500 days. Your skeleton, the bones you think of as permanent, rebuilds itself completely every 10 years. By the time you finish hearing this sentence, millions of your cells have already been discarded and replaced by new ones. So here is the question that has haunted philosophers for over 2,000 years. If everything about you changes, if every atom in your body is eventually swapped for a different atom, if your cells are not the same cells you had a decade ago, then what exactly makes you the same person? Are you still the same you who existed last year, 5 years ago, when you were a child? Or is that person gone, replaced by someone wearing the same face and the same name, while the original quietly disappeared? This is not a metaphor. It is called the ship of Theseus. And once you understand what it reveals, you will never feel like a solid, permanent being again. The ancient Greek historian Plutarch recorded this puzzle for the first time around 75 AD. A legendary ship, the ship of Theseus, was kept in Athens as a memorial. Over time, its wooden planks rotted. One by one, they were replaced with new planks. Eventually, every single original plank was gone. Every piece of wood, every nail, every rope had been swapped for a new one. Plutarch asked a simple question. Is this still the ship of Theseus? If every part has been replaced, is it the same ship or a different ship? If you answer that it is a different ship, then at what exact moment did it stop being the original? Which plank was the one that changed its identity? If you answer that it is still the same ship, then what exactly is the ship if none of its physical material is original? Now apply this to yourself. 7 years ago, every atom in your body was different. Not some atoms, all of them. The carbon in your bones, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your teeth. All of it has been exchanged. Your physical body is not the same body you had 7 years ago. It is a replica made from the food you ate and the water you drank. So what is the you that persisted through that change? If it is not your body, then what? Philosophers have divided into camps fighting over this question for centuries. The first camp says identity lives in continuity. Imagine a rope stretching through time. Each moment is a strand connected to the next. You at age 10 is connected to you at age 11 by an unbroken chain of memories, experiences, and physical changes. Nothing makes a sudden jump. The change is gradual. And this gradual continuity is what we call identity. The second camp says identity lives in psychological memory. John Locke, the English philosopher, argued in 1690 that you are the same person because you remember being the same person. Your memory connects your past self to your present self. If you woke up tomorrow with no memories of your life, if your past was completely erased, would you still be you? Locke said, no. Memory is the thread. Break the memory, and you break the person. But modern neuroscience has found something that breaks both of these theories open. In 2016, researchers at the Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel published a study on how the brain stores memories. They found that every time you recall a memory, you physically alter it. The act of remembering rewrites the memory. Your past is not a recording. It is a living document that your brain edits every time you open it. This means the thread of memory that Locke said makes you who you are is not stable. It is constantly shifting. The person you remember being at age 10 is partly a construction you built later, using fragments that survived and filling gaps with assumptions. Your continuity is a story, and the story changes every time you tell it to yourself. Now, the ship of Theseus gets genuinely disturbing. If your body is not the same, and your memories are not reliable, and your personality is shaped by an environment that constantly changes, then what is left? In 1987, a Scottish philosopher named Derek Parfit published a book called Reasons and Persons. He argued something that made the philosophical world uncomfortable. There is no persistent self. no core identity that survives through time. What you call you is just a series of overlapping mental states, each one connected to the previous by cause and effect, but none of them permanent. Parfit compared the self to a club. A club has members, rules, a name. Over decades, all the members change, the rules change, even the location changes. Is it still the same club? Parfit said the question is empty. There is no single thing called the club that stays the same. It is just a name we give to a chain of related events. Yourself is like that. A name given to a chain of related moments. The person you were at age 10 is gone. Not hidden inside you. Not waiting to be rediscovered. Gone. The cells that held that person. The brain that thought those thoughts. The heart that felt those feelings. All replaced. You are a new person standing in the same narrative, carrying the same name, believing you are the original. And here is the darkest part. You have already died many times. Every version of you that existed in the past is extinct. The child version, the teenager version, the version from 5 years ago who made choices that shaped your life. They are gone forever. You are the ship of Theseus. And the ship has replaced every plank so many times that even the memory of the original wood has faded. So tonight, look in the mirror. The face looking back is not the face you had 10 years ago. Not just because of age. Because the actual material, the skin cells, the muscle fibers, the bone tissue, has been replaced. The person inside that face is also not the same person who once looked in a different mirror, in a different place, at a different age. That person is gone. But in some quiet way, you still carry them. Not as a memory, because memory itself is rewritten, but as a direction, a trajectory. The ship of Theseus remains the ship of Theseus not because its planks are original, but because it kept sailing. It kept moving. It never stopped being a ship. Maybe that is the only answer that makes sense. You're not the same person. You were never meant to be. The question is not whether you have changed. The question is whether you're sailing in a direction the person you used to be would recognize. If this quiet unraveling of identity felt familiar, ASky will return with more hidden questions inside the human mind.